everyone! So today I wanted to share something that's not doll related, as you can tell from the title, but Colleen really loved Harry Potter growing up and I really loved Batman. I had a Dolly Transformations video that I filmed of me cleaning these figures, and I thought while they were upstairs and while we had everything freshly cleaned, it would be a good time to show you what I have. So I don't have tons and tons and tons and tons of Batman stuff, because most of these were things I got as a kid, and there's a few pieces that I've gotten as an adult. I wasn't ever like as obsessive about one thing as Colleen, so it's very pitiful comparatively. But all of these things mean a lot to me, and while I don't actively buy the toys anymore, I do still have a soft spot for Batman merchandise sometimes, and I can't help myself. So for me, when I think of Batman, I think of growing up watching the animated series on TV, getting the McDonald's figures with my Happy Meals, watching the old like 80s movies, like the 89 Batman movie and Batman Returns with my parents. I think of trying to be Batman every year for Halloween, even though I only got to go as Batman once, which was really devastating.
And don't forget why you first noticed Batman.
And what made me first notice Batman over all the other superheroes is because I'm not really a superhero person, I'm not really into that kind of thing, was that Batman, the animated series guy, had a gray and black suit, and my favorite animal has always been an orca whale, which is white and black. So I think that as a kid I connected the two, and I just really liked the look of Batman. But as I got older, I thought that what made him different than other superheroes is the fact that Batman wasn't born with like superpowers. He didn't have like superhuman qualities. He was just a regular guy who had a sad story, and he tried to save other people and do all of these things just using his mind and his own like natural strength. And I thought that that was pretty cool when I actually could appreciate that when I was older. So yeah, I've loved Batman.
Batman's my favorite superhero too.
Yeah, pretty much my whole life. As far back as I can remember, I was definitely obsessed with Batman, and I've never really read much of the comics. I don't really watch a lot of the newer movies because those weren't really my thing, but definitely like nostalgia. So I hope you guys enjoy seeing these pieces, and I don't have any of them pictured on Flickr right now. Without further ado, let's get to it. So I'm going to start with my non-toy related stuff first. I have this pillow that I got one of the last times I went secondhand shopping with my dad. It's from, I got it at Savers, but it's a Six Flags thing originally. The tag completely discolored, and I need to sew it. It's always falling apart, but I really liked this, and I sleep with it every night. 2 Sega Genesis games, Batman Returns and this Batman Forever one. I don't really remember what this one's like because I got it later on as an adult, but we had a Sega Genesis console as kids that one of my dad's friends gave him because his son didn't play with it anymore. So when the local video store closed down, we got to pick out a few really cheap games, and of course I loved Batman. So I picked out this game, but I honestly sucked at it and I could never get past the second level until I was older, and I used cheat codes. But I still loved it nonetheless. And then these are the movies I have. This is a 4-pack we got at Walmart that has the original 89 Batman, Batman Returns. That's my favorite movie, by the way, Batman Returns. Then there's Batman and Robin and Batman Forever. So it's just a convenient way to have all of those movies. And then this is the old school original movie from way back in the day with Adam West and Burt Ward. I remember seeing this on TV with Dad right after Mom passed away.
He let us stay up well, like past midnight to watch it with him, which was awesome.
Yeah, so even though I'm not really into campy kinds of movies on this idea, it has a special place in my heart for that. So when I saw it in the Walmart bin, I had to buy it. And that's why I have this picture here. I got this right around the time I got back into collecting dolls. This person at the flea market sold prints, and this is a picture from the movie, and it's framed. So I used to keep this on display with my Batman stuff. And then this is a book. So for Christmas 2000 or 2001. So for Christmas 2000, my parents got me some secondhand Batman stuff. And this book here This isn't my original one that I had as a kid, but I think they got one like it at the flea market. I'm not really sure where they got it, but I'm pretty sure it was already kind of beat up when I received it. And I don't have my original anymore because the pages, you have to be careful with this book because the pages pop out. And then pipe sweat in the basement where my bedroom used to be, and it got on the book and made all the pages stick together, and it later got moldy. So I tracked this down on eBay in 2011 and replaced it, and I did read most of it. It's pretty cool. You can see where some of the pages came out. It's really cool. It's about like the history of Batman and how he developed, and I find that really fascinating. And then we have my cup. This video bombs all the time. I got this at a local thrift store for a few dollars, and I don't know where it's originally from, but it's my favorite. It's like the perfect size, and I was just drinking from it. Then we have my Batman shirt. I've had a lot of different clothes over the years, but I got this on sale at Walmart. It came with the hat. I have a Sonic the Hedgehog hat and shirt combo just like this. It's from the men's section. But it was like $5 on sale, so I bought the two because I love the layered look. And then we have my figures. So this is 1991 Batman Returns penguin figure made by Applause. This is there's only two figures that I got as an adult. So I got this in 2011. My dad and I found him at the local flea market with a bunch of McDonald's toys, and I love that movie. It's my favorite one. So I just thought this penguin was really cool and creepy looking. Then we have the 1989 Applause Batman. So I want to say he was the very first toy in my Batman collection, if memory serves me correctly. So he's really special. He still has his stand, and he still has his like tags that you can see. I've had to sew this one back on a few times. But I want to say the story behind him was I was at an indoor flea market with my dad when I was about 8 or 9 years old. I can't remember exactly which. And I saw him and he caught my eye. It was actually from the same seller that I first saw a secondhand Star Trek Barbie and Ken from, and I wanted them too. But he had a bunch of novelty stuff, and he kind of like sold me and my dad on the idea of this Batman because he had said something about he had won toy shows or something with this Batman. I don't remember or understand what the story was. It was probably a load of BS, but he was kind of expensive at the time. He was about $20, if I'm not mistaken, but I really, really liked him. He was definitely one of my favorite things I had until the guy next to him came along. He's 1991 Batman Returns, a 16-inch figure. I got him for Christmas 2000 when I got my book. So like I said, my parents got me some second-hand things. So they got me him, this case, and that Batman figure.
And the launcher thing.
And yeah, and this. And they got them all at like flea markets and stuff. And I remember I opened up the box that he was in, and he was like the most magnificent thing ever. I call him my Michael Keaton Batman. He's kind of beat up, you can see, but he was by far my favorite thing. He's really heavy, and I used to tuck these three big guys in my bed every night like they were my children because I loved them so much. I love this guy. He is so cool. And my dad actually had like fixed him using Sharpie marker, which I don't recommend doing. And then this guy I got, I was probably, I think 14. I got him at Six Flags this time. This time that Dad took me, Colleen, and two of our friends to Six Flags for the day. He bought me him at one of the like little shops there, and his cape is supposed to have like leathery stuff on it, but it flaked off when I had to wash him recently. So yeah, he's cool. He's not my favorite, but he is cool and he's special. And then we have my Batman. I want to say it's a pencil case because it's really tiny. Like I said, I got this for Christmas with him, and it was secondhand. You can tell because these things are from like the early 90s. And then in here, I've always kept my like figure gear. So I don't know what some of these pieces go to, but I got them with my secondhand figurines. And then this is like not a Batman motorcycle that Colleen found and wanted to use for Robin.
Robin rode that motorcycle a long time.
Okay, and then these are my little figures. 1991 McDonald's Batman Returns Press and Go. And Batman, obviously. And he was my very first Batman figure. I got him with a Happy Meal, brand new. He actually got lost outside because we used to play with our things in the sandbox, and we found him some years later completely caked in sand, so he doesn't work anymore, but I was so glad to find him, and obviously he's been taken care of since. And then this is the Batman Returns Batmobile that I got for Christmas secondhand, and it's supposed to like launch, but it honestly doesn't usually stay together.
We played with it as some kind of like missile.
Yeah. And I should say that when we played with all these figures here, we kind of made them like a soap opera. They all had kind of their own personality, and there was multiple Batmans on the floor. It was never like realistic according to the comics. And then these are the 1991 McDonald's Batman Returns Catwoman Coops. So there are 3 of them. I'm pretty sure Colleen and I each had one as a kid, and I think we also got an extra one, and all of the tails are chewed. And as you can see, this one is really discolored, and this one doesn't have wheels, so Colleen remembers chewing these. And you were really excited when we got to go as Catwoman when it was Halloween.
Yes, we did. She wanted to be Batman instead.
I couldn't find a costume, so I was pretending Catwoman was my Batman costume. 1991, Batman Returns Robin. I bought him... I want to say I got most of my secondhand figures except 2. I want to say I got them all from the same guy. I think I got him from the guy inside at the flea market, right?
I thought you got him around the time you got your Batcaves.
Or did I get him? Yeah, I can't remember.
We got a few with the Batcaves and most from the guy that I bought most of my Harry Potter toys from.
So I bought him because I needed a Robin. Colleen played with him all the time. You did some crazy things with Robin.
Yeah, I made him kind of wild. He got in a lot of trouble.
He got drunk a lot. We'll just put that out there. Then we have Batman Returns Catwoman. She is the only other figure we've gotten as adults.
And I really wanted like a real Catwoman, especially like a Batman Returns Catwoman, so we couldn't pass her up. We bought her.
We found her at the flea market boxed in 2012, I think.
I just love her.
And that's her whip. And then this is my favorite figurine. Little figurine anyways. 1992, Batman Returns Sky Winch Batman. And I think he was my very first figurine like this, besides the one that my parents got me from McDonald's. And I remember getting him because they really liked the colors of his costume. You can see one of his ears is like missing. But I got him from the guy Colleen got most of her Harry Potter stuff. So originally we bought Batman stuff from him. And then
he was not even in the same building I bought most of my Harry Potter.
Yeah, because they moved flea markets. So he's really cool. And then these 2 are 1993 Batman the Animated Series and Fred Batman. So we called them the twins. They were kind of like meatheads in our games. And the reason I have 2 is that I bought one separate. He had like some kind of like batarang thing he was holding. And then the other came with my secondhand Batmobile, and I bought them both from the same guy as him, but he had extras. This was like the most common figure. I saw him all the time as a kid at the flea market.
And he wouldn't let us swap out one of the twins for the cool guy.
But it ended up working out because they were the twins, and that was they were like the Mary Kate and Ashley of the Batman world.
When I think about us playing, like, those are the 2 I think about.
Yeah, I know. And then we have 1993 Batman the Animated Series, the Laughing Gas Joker. And I got him and my other villain, you'll see in a minute, Two-Face. I got them with my Batcaves, and at a flea market, they were like $0.25 each. And of course, I wanted to see, I wanted to have villains. I can't decide if the Joker or the Penguin is my favorite villain. I kind of like them all because they're all fascinating.
Catwoman's my favorite villain.
She's kind of half good, half bad. So,
The
besides
duality
Catwoman,
complex.
yeah. 1993, Batman the Animated Series, Turbojet Batman. I also got him from the same guy as the twins over there. I'm not sure what drew me to him. I feel like I have several that have these like suspender things or another one, but I must have liked him for some reason, and so I bought him. And then these 3 are all from the 93 Batman the Animated Series Happy Meal line. So we have Batman, Robin, and Catwoman. So like I said, I got him for Christmas 2000. This is my favorite, like besides the like classic black look on Michael Keaton over there. This is my favorite like classic look for Batman. I love I love this combo. And then Robin was mine. I got him for McDonald's. I think Colleen and I think I traded you for Robin.
You probably did.
Because I liked the guys, because I was like such a tomboy, and I still stand by that decision. And then this is Colleen's Catwoman, so there's a story.
There's a wicked good story behind her. So, when Dad found a Batgirl about her size, probably from the same series, on the ground out in a parking lot, and he thought of me, so he picked her up and he brought her home. I was playing with a little girl that I went to church with. She was about my age, and Batgirl somehow got lost at her house. So she said that until she found my Batgirl, I could take her Catwoman home, and every week I would bring Catwoman to church in hopes of swapping back, even though I actually like Catwoman much better than Batgirl. Dad found me Batgirl on the sidewalk, so I was really attached to Batgirl. I used to bring her to church to try to trade back. We never did. She never found her. I've had her forever, and I wouldn't change her because, let's face it, if I had Batgirl, I'd wish she was Catwoman. So I love her.
And then we have 1993 Batman the Animated Series Deluxe Crime Fighter Edition Beck Wing Batman. And I actually have his wings. I don't know if I got these with him or on another figure, but again, I got him from the same guy, and those expand. Yep, pretty cool. And you can hook them in. I used to love playing with that. I had a little too much fun playing with that. 1995 Batman Forever Two-Face. I got him with the Joker and these Batcaves you're going to see. I knew who he was when I grabbed him. He's probably one of my least favorite Batman villains, but that's not to say I don't like him. I just wasn't as... I was always fascinated by his ugly side. But yeah, we had a lot of fun with him. And then we have... he was probably my second favorite figurine. The one next to him. He is Batman Forever Deluxe Wing Attack Batman. I'm pretty sure these three all came from the same guy the twins came from.
Yeah.
I got most of them from him. They were kind of expensive, really. He kind of charged a little more than he should have. Because this was back in like the early 2000s, late 90s. He's really cool. I like the colors of his suit. And then this one has a cool name.
I'm pretty sure you got both of these from the same guy.
Yeah. This is the World of Batman, Aqua Sled Batman. He has a really cool...
He took us the longest to identify.
Yeah, and he's got this like really cool metallic mask. I always was very intrigued by him, and I liked how he was tinier, like my my first guy over there that I showed you. And then this guy, I always thought he was my Tiger Batman. He is the new Batman Adventures Mission Masters Desert Attack Batman, and I didn't realize how new he was when I got him secondhand, because he was probably only out of stores for 2 or 3 years at the time. He's really like buff and fantastic. And then this is my only store-bought Batman figure. I got him, Colleen actually bought him for me.
Oh yeah.
At the local Walmart that has now closed. And he is the new Batman Adventures Mission Masters 3 Sky Attack Batman from 2000. I had no clue how closely related these two were, but now that I'm looking at the like body mold and the way the bat symbol is, it makes sense. So I wanted him because he was kind of the closest like figure of this size that I could get to like a Michael Keaton style Batman or one of the animated series with this like plain black suit, and I really liked that. So I played with him a lot, and then this was the stuff he came with, this little harness and this thing that shoots torpedoes. Then I have my 2 Batcaves here, and they're actually different. I spent a lot of time trying to research these, but like with most toys, they released like the same mold as several different things. So this is the older one here. The 1993 Batman the Animated Series Batcave Command Center playset. And then the one back there is the 1995 Batman Forever Wayne Manor Batcave Compound playset. But they're literally the same thing. So I got these each for $1 at the flea market with the Joker and Two-Face, and this was like, you can see this, they were pretty gutted, and that's how they were, but like there's this spinny thing. This was our bathroom.
We used it all the time.
Because like I said, we played with it more like a soap opera. And then this was like, I don't know if this is where they ate their lunch or something, I forget what we did.
I think we did, you're right.
And then this is where they like practiced being superheroes, and that's what like the backside looks like, in case you're wondering. And this one's missing one of its doors. And then this one I really liked. I grabbed both because they were $1 each. But this one had like the computer which we loved to use. And then I think we just put like their gear in here sometimes, like their little storage box for their gear, because it's missing the door, as you can see. And we used to park the Catwoman Coops in here. It's actually supposed to hold weapons. So as you can see, they're like the same things, but this one's green and this one's like a tan purple color. Is the 1997 Batman and Robin Batmobile with Ice Shatter Missile and Vine Attack blades. So I got, like I said, one of the twins in this. Had to have a Batmobile, and it has these little like blade things that pop out, and it's supposed to shoot things, but mine's missing stuff. And we played with this way too much. I'm surprised it's not more bashed up. But I love this so much. And I forget, I think I paid a little too much for this too, because that guy kind of took advantage. But it was really cool nonetheless. So thank you guys all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed seeing my Batman collection. And like I said, I don't have pictures of these on my Flickr, but I said the year and the name of them, so if you want to see like what they came with and stuff, you can just search it up on eBay, and they'll be a lot nicer looking than mine, because these were pretty much all secondhand, so they are pretty beat up, but we loved them anyways. So until next time, love your dolls, love yourself, and love your life.